These are every single injury that has happened in the opening round of the AFL. First of all, I hate the opening round. Anyway, we'll get to the injury. You can see Callan Ward has actually been tackled by Bo McCreary, and as he's gone down, he hasn't been able to put his hand out and I guess stop himself, and he's landed and hit his shoulder. As he's standing up, you can see Jacob Ware looking at him, and he just looks at his shoulder and goes, "Oh, that does not look good." Callan Ward looks like he's done an AC joint there. You can actually see his collarbone is sticking up and out. It looks disgusting. Anyway, if this is an AC joint, that's at least 6 to 8 weeks that he will be out. It's a pretty terrible injury from a tackle that was probably should have been paid a dangerous tackle. It'll be interesting to see if McCreary gets a fine or anything for this sort of tackle, because there has been an injury. If he didn't get an injury, do you reckon that would have been a fine? Let me know in the comments below. In this clip, you can see Sam Docherty is tackled. It's a normal tackle, nothing wrong with it, and he's apparently ruptured his ACL and torn his MCL, I think it was. So Sam Docherty is done for the rest of the season, which is very sad to see. You don't want to see anyone do this sort of injury, but especially Sam Docherty. So yeah, pretty much for the rest of the year, we will not see him. It's very sad to see this happened in the first quarter too, so he actually came back on to test out the joint to see how it was going. They do the test on the sideline. You can see them like pull the leg back and forth to see how the leg is going, if the ACL and the MCL are still connected to the actual in between the knee and the calf muscle and everything. So you can see them doing that on the sideline, but for some reason he and the doctors decide that maybe it's not an ACL rupture or a tear, and he goes back on and plays for a little bit, but you can clearly see in the vision he is very distressed and he's unable to run and play properly. So he actually went in for scans the next day, and turns out he has ruptured his ACL and torn his ACL and ruptured his MCL. So yeah, anyway, he's out for the rest of the year, and we won't see him till 2025. And I think he is 30 years old, so I'm a bit older than that, but he may, depending on how he goes in his recovery, this may very well be the last time we see him, which is a very sad way to go in the first quarter of opening round. It looks like Jake Bowie has also done his AC joint here, as he's going for the spoil when McInerney is gone for the mark. I'm not sure if he's actually going for the mark or a spoil. It's a little bit hard to tell. It kind of does look like a spoil, but in the end, he comes off second best. His arm jerks around a little bit, as you can see, and it does look like he injures himself. So apparently this is only a 2 to 4 week injury, which is kind of weird depending on, I guess, the severity of the AC joint injury, but I would kind of expect if this is some sort of break, which the scans will tell probably on the Monday or Tuesday, that this will most likely be a 6 to 8 week injury, I would expect, by the time that the joint, the bone has healed, and then get back into, I guess, the team and fitness and everything. I would expect this to be about a 6 week wait. Kane Coleman has also torn his ACL. As he's kicking the ball, he's hyperextended his knee, which I guess has ruptured his ACL. And again, we will not see him for the rest of the 2024 AFL season. It's a very sad way to go. There was nothing wrong with this sort of bump or tackle or whatever you want to call it. He's trying to kick the ball, and just for some reason his knee has hyperextended around the defender's knee, and unfortunately that means that he has done his ACL, so he will be out for the rest of the season. Anyway, this is a new type of video that I'm going to try and do for the rest of the year. If you do like these injury updates for the teams and the games, I do put a fair bit of effort into these, so please do leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and if not, leave a comment below with the word Coleman. Thanks for watching.
hoped that maybe this was only bone bruising there as he's...